Okay, so my video went over the basic formula for volume. So my practice activity starts off very similar to my video and then gets a little more challenging to try and extend students' thinking towards the end. So at the beginning, they're going to have to recall what the formula for volume is from the video, so length times width times height. And I also want them to remember the proper way to label volume. This is something that students seem to struggle with. When do I just put inches or square inches or inches cubed? So just want them to remember from the video that we are looking for inches cubed or centimeters cubed. Cubed is the correct label for determining volume of a prism. Next, I have just basic rectangular prisms made up of unit cubes. This is what was demonstrated in the video. So they would just have to use units cubed since there is no like inches or centimeter label. But so this would really practice what we did together in the video. So I included 4 of those problems. I tried to do different levels of difficulty. So this is kind of a 1 layer here, all the different layers stacked here. So just try to give students a variety of problems with different lengths, widths, and heights so they're flexible in their thinking. So that's the whole first page. The front page is really kind of the expected learning that I would hope to have every student walking out of the classroom with after watching the video. So if I were grading this for like an exit ticket, this would be the side I'd really focus on for creating any sort of reteaching groups. Because if students cannot complete this first page, that means I need to intervene before they can move on to the next part of the lesson. So then on the back side of the worksheet is where students would kind of extend their knowledge a little bit. So this time, instead of getting unit cubes, they're actually getting measurements that they would have to use in the volume formula to determine the volume of these rectangular prisms. So same idea as above, just getting a little more realistic where we don't always have items made up of unit cubes. We're going to have to actually measure them to determine the volume. And then at the bottom, I have a collaborative activity for them to work with a partner or a small group. I gave them just a basic rectangular prism and told them the volume. They need to come up with a variety of lengths, widths, and heights that would give them that 36 cubic centimeters for their final answer. So this is a way for students to push themselves a little bit, start thinking more flexibly about our formula. So how do I go from 36 and work backwards? So like I said, I labeled this as a challenge problem, so this would be kind of that extension for students who need a little extra push and are ready to actually start manipulating some of the concepts.